What's up, socials? I'm coming to you from San Diego. It's the social media marketing world, and I'm here with my friend Tim Schmovies from the Video Creators TV YouTube channel.
Yep.
I'm so excited to have you because we're actually going to talk about another YouTube channel that you have, and maybe my viewers know this or not. The Schmovies channel. I've actually been on it. It was so fun when we hung out and collabed, and I got to be on your family channel.
Is Amy good at cutting food, Hannah? Is she good at that? Maybe she's done it 1 or 2 times before. She loves sitting next to Amy. I think this is going to be the highlight of her week, Amy. Sitting next to a big girl. Yeah, grown-up girl. That's not mommy, I guess.
But like I said, family channel for the Schmovies, and I wanted to talk about this because there's definitely a lot of life casters that are tuning in and are thinking about growing their audience, not just in views, but in subscribers. And you have actually worked on that channel and found a way to quadruple subscribers. But the key here is not only quadruple the number of subscribers the channel has, but more specifically, they were viewers, and you were activating them to become subscribers. I want to know how you did that. Please.
So my family's vlogging channel, we started in 2006, and we've been doing it for over 10 years now.
And
the growth has been pretty flat, to be honest with you. You know, we were getting maybe around
vlogging in the family and life casting, it's very competitive.
It is now,
but it's compelling, but it's very competitive.
Right, and we switched something that made a really big difference. I think it's going to help a lot of you guys, whether or not you're family vloggers or just like normal vloggers or whatever. It's helpful. So we're pretty flat for a really long time, getting around 20-ish subscribers a day for a few years. And part of that was due, like, I had other industry-related stuff I was working on that wasn't like a big project. But last September, my wife and I decided that we're going to invest into this because family is what we believe in, is what we're passionate about. And so we started looking at, like, okay, what are the trends on our channel? Where's the opportunities for growth and all that kind of stuff? And one of the things that, that I'm sure both of us preach to people who are trying to grow their channels is, like, the titles and the thumbnails need to be really, really good and enticing.
Oh, that's so funny. I wonder if anyone's ever heard me say that before.
Probably not, right? No, you've heard that. You guys have heard that. But the thing is, but
it's so important because we put all this work into a video, upload it, and then it's like, oh, now I gotta do some artwork and I gotta be all like witty with the copy. But
what most creators do, though, in the vlogging space, is they figure out what's the most enticing part I can get out of this video, and maybe it's at 5 minutes and 32 seconds, and you use that as the title and the thumbnail. Someone clicks expecting to get that story, but they don't get that story till 5 minutes in. You have a really high abandonment rate. And those people never get to that part of the story, and so now your views are down and your rankings down.
Also, maybe you see sort of like a weird retention situation too, where they're skipping over, like, where's the part I'm looking for? Like, and that's not good either.
Or a mistake also a lot of creators make. This is one of the main things that we changed, and I'm getting to the main point. is that we a lot of vloggers just kind of give status reports of their day, like in video form, and it's not really a comprehensive story. It's like, hey guys, now look at what I'm eating. Hey guys, look at who I'm talking to. Hey guys, look, I made my bed this, and it's not like a story. And so we wanted to focus on the storytelling element. And so one of the things that we did is a couple things. One, we stopped doing the status reporting of our day, and before we start vlogging every morning, my wife and I talk to each other, like, what's going on today? What's on the calendar? What's on the schedule? What are you doing? What am I working on? And we pick what story are we going to tell for that day. And we're only telling one, maximum of 2 stories per video, instead of telling random updates through it, right? So now it's a complete narrative. And there's actually 3 narratives as far as that we're telling. So one is each video has to be its own story. Each video fits into a shorter kind of story arc, which, like, right now we just had twins. So we're talking a lot about, like, twins, and you have twin brothers, so you know what that's like.
Relatable.
And then there's another story arc of, like, buying a house right now. And then there's the third, the biggest overarching, is like, what do we believe? What do we stand for? Why do we do this? And so every video falls into those 3 categories, those 3 story arcs. So the big overarching one is, why does this matter? 2, the season of life that we're in right now, and then 3, the actual story in that video has to stand alone. Because anyone can come into any video from any point.
Yeah.
You know, from
and
related
just
stuff.
like I said this in my session yesterday, that every video is an invitation to learn about you. So by really having those pillars that you accomplish in every single video, you have to do that, because if it's somebody's first experience with you, it's so critical. So if it happened to be the crappy day where you ate food that was less compelling and maybe your day wasn't that awesome because you didn't have hyper focus, which is what you're talking about, because you're choosing, and also
telling a story instead of just like blah,
but it's not just telling the story of the day, because that sounds like it's focused, but it's not. It's actually like could be all over the place.
It is all over the place, and your title and thumbnail happen in like 6 minutes in, and that's what you're using, but people don't. There's no hook at the beginning. So the other thing that we're doing is my wife and I figure out what we're doing under the day, and we say, okay, this is the story we're going to tell in this vlog. Before we even start shooting, we know the story that we're telling, and then we have to know, okay, what's the title of this video and the thumbnail going to be before we start filming it. And so then what we can do, knowing that, is we can craft the first 15 seconds of every vlog to relate exactly to the title and the thumbnail, because we've already predetermined what that is, because we know what the story is we're going to tell. So like, this is the enticing pitch for this story. We need to capture this thumbnail. And so now when we open up our vlogs, we open up by saying like, today, guys, we're going to go shopping for a new house. We've been doing this for a while. Look at this one. Let's go inside, right? Yeah. And so now that whole story we're telling is where we're at in that shopping experience, but that ties exactly into what people clicked expecting to get, because we know how we're setting up the full story.
I love this, because it's like, this is something that from a tutorial perspective and like dropping information, like we do this anyway. We just try to get into it very, very quickly. And you as a lifecaster video blogger, you're basically not allowing the excuse of not getting into it right away, because you're like, oh, I have to tell the story of the whole day.
No, you don't.
No, give the value right away. It doesn't matter what the actual format of the vlog is.
People don't need to know all the details. You need to tell a compelling story.
Exactly.
The narrative is what people care about, not like, did you do this? Like, whoa, there's no place in that vlog. Did you say that you went to the bathroom? Did you not go to the bathroom today? It's like, no, like that was in there, but that's not part of the story.
Awkward.
You know? Yeah.
I want to close this out really quickly by also saying that hyper focus, I also believe you are such a family man and you work really hard on multiple channels, but I feel like life casting your family might take you out of the really important moments. You just had twins. How many kids do you have now? 7?
6.
6, a million. So it's a lot, and you should be able to actually live those moments in addition to sharing them. So I also really like this, because you having the focus on what are we going to talk about today, what's the story, also allows you to enjoy it with more intention, but enjoy everything else, because you don't feel like you have to be on.
You don't have to vlog at your whole day anymore. You only have the vlog for like the parts of the story that you're telling.
Yes.
And so instead of having all this footage, we got to figure out what the story is at the end and cut it all down. We're saying, no, what's the story before we shoot? And then we only have to shoot that story. And now the editing's a lot faster, the content's a lot better, and the result for us has been we're hooking viewers better, we're getting better audience retention. They are coming back and watching more and more videos because they like the story, and we're very intentional about the narrative that we're telling. And the result now, instead of getting about 20 subscribers a day, we're now getting around 100 to 200 subscribers a day on our channel, just by being intentional about the story, the thumbnails, the pitch, all that kind of stuff we just talked about.
That's huge. That is so huge.
Our views have not gone up. It's just like this. They have, but the subscriber count is what's...
The subscriber count's going up.
People are way more interested in subscribing to that.
Right, because you're activating your current viewers, and then they're telling their friends. And by having that intention, that is the keyword in the video that's the keyword of this video that you take away from it. They're able to repeat that to their friends who are going to subscribe to you, and that's why the number goes. Tim Schmovies from Schmovies and Video Creators TV.
Video Creators, yeah.
Make sure you go and check out those channels. Subscribe. Go on. Yeah, now you want to.
Do it now.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Good to see you guys.
That's all for today's socials. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.